Hello, welcome back. We decided to go to Mount Travail to get the Drowzee, and once we found Drowzee, he was happy to help us. And now we're going to finish our preparations and go to the dream that Azurill is having. He's under a nightmare currently, so we gotta help him out. Let's see if you guys have anything special to say. Oh, you can all go in the dream now? That's mighty great news. What do you suppose exploring the dream would be like? Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Hey, that Drowzee really did turn his life around. I feel bad for doubting him, eh? Yeah, because last time Drowzee we saw him in Chapter 3, and he was trying to get the Azurill to get the special item in the cave for him. I think we talked to him, and we'll get ready to do it. Now, are you ready to go in the dream? Yes, we are. Yep, we're all set. Good. They come over here. I'm more than ready. I'm gonna send you into the Azurill's dream. Here goes. Ooh. This is a cool looking place. Is this inside the dream? Rocky, Lanogia. Can you hear me? It's me, Drowzee. Yeah, we hear you. Good. It sounds like you're safely inside. As I said before, there's something very bad about this dream. I don't think I need to remind you, but be careful in there. Okay, thanks, Drowzee. Let's get going. Into the dream. The nightmare. No doubt this is probably Darkrai's doing. The nightmare Pokemon after all. Actually, I don't know what he's classified in the Pokedex, but I just know in the main series games, I believe in Pokemon Platinum, the one I've played, his gimmick was that he put a child into a nightmare, and you gotta save him. Oh, nice. My non-sleeper ability. The Pokemon here don't seem very tough, honestly. There's a lot of Mime Juniors. Oh wow, I don't even need to use moves on them, they just die in one hit. That's very handy, huh? This place is so cool looking. It reminds me of a place, I just don't know where. What does this remind me of? It's all like purple, but it's so familiar. And it's not because I've played this game before, no, I mean, it reminds me of another game entirely. I just can't think of it. Like, I want to say Terraria, but at the same time, I don't think it is. I'll figure it out eventually. We got a why not here. Oh, sweet. You want to drop something. Oh, actually, I think it is... Maybe it is Terraria, like a modded Terraria thing. I don't know. Shout out to Terraria, though. It's one of my favorite games. I could eventually probably do a playthrough on that game on this channel. Ooh, this place is beautiful. I mean, yeah, there's just an abyss here, and like, oh, this abyss is wonderful. I mean, it really adds to it, though. Like, all the colors. We got the darkness, we got the nice shade of purple. I think that's what it is, honestly. There might be a dye in Terraria that just looks like this. Because there's plenty of purple dye. I think there's like a Nova, or Nebula. I think that's what it is. Also, I did make some changes to my moveset. Instead of Fire Blast, I got rid of it for Vacuum Cut. And the reason for that is because I already have Flamethrower boosted, and also Fire Blast, while it is good that I have another fire move, I decided to get rid of it for Vacuum Cut simply because I needed an area clearing type of move. Because I've been running into many monster houses recently, and I didn't really have any good ways to deal with it other than to just waste all my power points hitting all of them with my other moves. Speaking of other moves, wow, that missed a lot. I also gained an IQ skill for me and Rocky. That IQ skill in particular was, I think it was Clutch Performer, which boosts my evasion once I'm dangerously low, which doesn't matter too much, but it does make up for the fact that I constantly have an evasion down debuff on myself, just for an accuracy boost. And I much prefer the accuracy boost, honestly, because that means I can hit all of my moves consistently, basically. Like, moves like Brick Break and Flamethrower, they'll never miss, basically, because their accuracy is already high enough. And it also improved the accuracy of Vacuum Cut, so I'm going to be hitting every single person in the room completely fine. And I also have a permanent attack increase as well, because of one of my IQ skills, at the downside of being very vulnerable. Because honestly, the reason why I keep getting one shot in these dungeons, if you guys saw those videos, it's usually because of that IQ skill. And I actually had 2 IQ skills that lowered my defense, but I got rid of one of them, permanently disabled basically, because the trade-off is not worth it. I think some of you might know it, but the IQ skill in particular was a counter. So whenever someone hits me with a physical move, they get countered. But that's if they hit me. And the downside, or trade-off, to the counter is that my defense is lowered by 1 as a result, which doesn't really fit the counter perk, because you would want your defense to be high. But at the same time, if you take more damage, you counter more damage back. But I don't think it's very good for Chimchar in particular, because they don't really have that good of defenses compared to Turtwig, who would actually survive and counterattack. But now that I have this IQ skill where I do more evasion when I'm low, I could run a counter build. Well, actually, that won't really work anyways, because if they hurt me, they'll put me into the evasion, yes, but then what? I'll just dodge everything and they won't be able to get countered because I dodged the move anyways. Unless I can counter, dodging a move, of course. Because that right there, if they quick attacked me, there's a chance I do like 60 damage back, which is good for PowerPoint conservation. Actually, that might be a good thing to do. If I run out of PowerPoints, I just let the counter build run. So then the enemies will hurt themselves. Oh, yeah, and while we have this, thank you. Shout out to Rocky with his defenses coming in clutch. And now I'll get the boost. And I also have increased evasion now, which doesn't matter too much, because the only evasion I really have is a +1 rather than a +2, and +1 evasion isn't really doing it's not doing any favors for me, honestly. You're a normal type, right? Yeah. I always think you're a water type because of the amount of water moves you can learn. And also the giant tongue and how whatever you look liquidy. You look like you would fit inside of a cup, like a cat. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ooh, we got a Wobbuffet over there. Wow, that experience is pitiful. You would think that a Pokemon with high health would give a lot more experience, because that's usually how it works in the main game. Not very effective. Are you... Oh, nice, Safeguard. Yeah, that's why I have Safeguard. I would have been on-court into using Brick Break. That's fine. I always thought Wobbuffet was a normal type. I guess it's a Psychic type. I haven't really thought about it, because I don't really use one. But yeah, it does make sense it would be a Psychic type, so I assume you're a Psychic type as well, so I'm just gonna Fierce Swipes. You do have counter and all that, so I should be worried about using a high physical move. But luckily Fierce Swipes, if it does hit every single hit, which it usually will. So Vacuum Cut being sealed means nothing to me, there's no monster houses here. Oh well. Usually Fierce Swipes will finish the job, so I should be fine. Hello, Igglybuff. You're not a fairy type yet, so I should be able to do that. There we go. Ooh. Nothing bad happened. Perfect. Make sure I don't get any of my items sticky. I do have a Cleanse Orb though, but my items being turned to sludge is still pretty bad. I'm getting a little hungry, but luckily I do have an apple on me, so I'm just gonna eat that. Yeah, I'm back up to EED. That's kind of like another reason why I want to have Turtwig as the main leader. I think I brought this up earlier. He has a lot of IQ skills that prevent hunger, and also he gains hunger back from food a lot more efficiently. So he's very efficient. Oh wow, I thought you were a normal type for a second, I don't know why. You're clearly Psychic type. I'll just move diagonal here so that he can join. I don't think I will die to this, so I'll just do that. There we go. Oh, you have Thick Fat, huh? Hello there, normal type. Bye. I wonder if there's any Gengars here, because there's Clefable. Probably not though, because we haven't seen any Ghastlies. Or Hunters for that matter. So, probably no Gengar here. Would be cool though. Don't know why these cows are in the dream. I wonder if these Pokemon have any significance to Azurill. Like, are they important to Azurill? Were these Pokemon around the chapters that Azurill were in? Because I know that it would make sense that maybe Kecleon would be here. Maybe Miltank, because I think Miltank was in the Chapter 3 dungeon. I think. There's also Girafarig, I believe. But we're not seeing any Girafarigs here. I do know Grumpig was probably there, at least Spoink was around that. Heal Bell. Ooh. I want that. Maybe I'll recruit a Miltank eventually, because Heal Bell's a very good effect. Because, it's basically Safeguard, but, after the effect. Which does have its uses, because of course Safeguard only protects you before the effect even hits you, while Heal Bell does afterwards, so having both will still be handy. Unless, of course, the book one with the Heal Bell is affected by paralysis or sleep, so then they can't do anything about it, unlike Safeguard, which they can. But since they'll be in the back anyways, they'll probably never face off against these status effects unless they step on a trap. Hello there. Mirror Coat, Safeguard, that's fine. Mirror Coat reflects any moves that are special, so if your swipes is fair game. I guess... Okay, it was probably like an ability or something in an IQ skill, because that's what Mirror Coat is supposed to do. It only affects moves that are special. Well, Reflect... No, not Reflect. There was... Mirror Coat and Counter, that's what it was. It's literally just called Counter. But Counter was for physical moves, while Mirror Coat is for special moves. And that's kind of Wobbuffet's gimmick. They only have 4 known moves. And they also have the ability where Pokemon cannot escape. They have Shadow Tag. But I'm not sure how Shadow Tag works in this game in particular, because the thing about Shadow Tag is in the main series it prevents switching out. But you can't really prevent Pokemon from running in this game. You can make them stay still, but I'm not sure if that's how Shadow Tag works in this game. I'm gonna try to walk away from a Wobbuffet to see if it actually prevents me from moving. Because I'm curious. I want to know if this is like a thing. Hello there. I'm actually running out of moves, but luckily I brought plenty of Max Elixirs because I did prepare. Looks like we're at the end anyway, so it doesn't even matter. The Nightmare Depths. Is this the bottom, or is this like a halfway point? It looks like the bottom. We've gone pretty deep in here, Lanogia. It appears as if it's just one long path from here. Let's keep going on a little more. Oh? Oh, what's happening? You. How did you get here? There's someone here, Lanogia. Who is it? Where are you? Show yourself. I am. Oh. What? You're... I am Cresselia. Cresselia? It's Cresselia, the one from my dreams. I cannot fathom how you've come here, but I find your visit ever so convenient. I've longed to meet you both. Cresselia, so my dreams, they weren't just ordinary dreams after all. Wait, so Rocky had dreams too? What? Then what I saw in my dreams... Yes. What I told you in your dreams is true. You two are not supposed to exist in this world. Wait, why Rocky though? What? You two? I suspected this. That you and I are having the same dreams, Lanogia. I went to the future, and then I came back to this world. That's causing the destruction of this world. Ah, so that's why. Because he went to the future. So Cresselia said in my dreams. So it wasn't just me that had those dreams. And Rocky's the same as I. Rocky's another presence that must not exist in this world. Cresselia said that Rocky too. Well, it's not really fair to Rocky though. He didn't choose to go to the future, right? Excuse me, Cresselia, could you explain something for us? I traveled to the future and came back again, and Lanogia was a human who came from the future. You said that we're causing the distortion of the fabric of space in your world, or our world. If space itself becomes distorted, why would the world be destroyed? If the distortion in the fabric of space expands, the power of darkness will expand as well. Eventually, the world will become enveloped within a nightmare. Ah, enveloped within a nightmare? Yes. Do you know where we are at the very moment? Well, yeah, we're in Azurill's nightmare. Well, we're in Azurill's dream, aren't we? That is correct. More precisely, we're in Azurill's nightmare, yeah. Azurill will remain trapped by this nightmare, never to awaken again. Yep, that's the Darkrai lore. You can't wake up from a nightmare. This nightmare will eventually creep across the world. For now, only Azurill is afflicted with this nightmare. But soon other Pokemon will be drawn in by the nightmare's widening web. More and more Pokemon will fall into an unending sleep. And ultimately, all Pokemon will be locked in this nightmare without end. All Pokemon? Hey, Cresselia. What will it take to get rid of the distortion of the fabric of space? How can the space distortion be eliminated? There is but one way to eliminate the distortion. That is, for you to disappear. Oh, okay. What? Disappear? Us? Did Cresselia just tell us to KYS? I have been waiting for this opportunity. This opportunity to make you disappear. So, they're just gonna kill us. What? Wait a second. We don't want to disappear. We want to know what's happening. So you'd rather see all the Pokemon swell up by the nightmare? That isn't what I want, Cresselia. Is this really true? If we disappear, will the worlds really be saved? Yeah, it'll be saved. Trust me, bro. For it is only your existence that is driving the world to ruin. I'm very sorry that I must do this. Prepare to disappear. Yeah, they can't really say kill in this game, or unalive rather. So they gotta say disappear. It must be done. The world must be saved. Ah! Hey! Hello, Lanogia and Rocky? Where are you? Ah! Interrupted. My work was here nearly finished. Oh, that must have been Drowzee talking. I was interrupted this time, but I'll see it too that you just disappear. Of course, if you wish to save the world on your own, you should consider making yourself disappear first. Farewell. Oh, they really want us to really KYS. Okay. Or KMS. Ooh, that was close. Hey, so there you are. There he is, Drowzee. Just Drowzee. Why are you here? You were taking so long to come here back, so I got worried. I decided to be brave and come looking for you. There's something dangerous about this place. We shouldn't stay here. Let's go back to the guild for the time being. And there we go. Oh boy. That was certainly something. I did not expect a Cresselia to tell us that. That was funny. I see, so you encountered Cresselia, and she said that Azurill's nightmare is caused by the distortion in the fabric of space. Yeah. If nothing is done about it, all Pokemon will join Azurill's unending sleep. That is what Cresselia said? Yeah. Well, if that's true, this is terrible. Trouble to be sure. We've gotta do something. So shut up. What do you know about Cresselia? I know of that Pokemon, but only from rumors. It is said that Cresselia appears only during the night of the quarter moon. So it is also said that this Pokemon can heal others' emotions, or emotional scars, simply with the gentle light of her body. She didn't seem that so kindly. There's one more thing about Cresselia. This Pokemon is said to possess a mystical power that can banish the darkness. The power to banish the darkness? Hey, so let's get this straight. If we don't do something, all Pokemon in the world are gonna fall asleep forever? Hey, that means we have to do something now to fix the space distortion. Hey, Rocky. Did Cresselia say anything about how the distortion of space can be stopped? What? How to stop the distortion of space? Why are you so jumpy? Did I ask something weird? No, it's not what you said. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. So, a way of stopping the distortion of space. No, can't. I don't remember Cresselia saying a single thing about that. I see. That is unfortunate. Well, anyway, let's look into the distortion of space together. If we don't, we won't be able to stop the nightmare from spreading. Shut up. Yes, Guildmaster? Alright, everyone. We'll disband for the day. And starting tomorrow, you are to individually investigate the distortion of space itself. Yep, will do. Alright, dismissed. Okay. Maybe When we were back at the guild, Drowzee asked us if we knew how distortion of space could be stopped. I lied. I didn't even think twice about it. As we know, there is a way to stop the distortion. The only solution is for us to disappear from this world. I'm just gonna bring myself to say it. But is this something I really must tell everyone about? It's kind of a rough situation. Hey, Lanogia, what should we do now? If we were to disappear, would the world be saved? We don't even know. In that case, maybe that's the best thing to do. There's probably another way. Oh, Rocky! I can't take any of this. All this worrying made me tired. Let's get some sleep, Lanogia. Oh boy. Let's see. I can't sleep. Rocky is already asleep, I guess. But I have to wonder. I understand that we're causing a distortion of space, but how that leads to the world's ruin? I still can't believe it. I thought it was just merely something from a dream that first time. But then with the second dream, when I was told about the distortion of space, that was when I started thinking that maybe it was true. Hey, come to think of it, the morning after I had that dream, Rocky said to me, "Why are you daydreaming? It's not like you, Lanogia. Come on, let's see some energy, Lanogia." Rocky's been peppier than usual, but Rocky could be right. I do remember that. I think that was the last episode or the beginning of this episode, I can't remember. Rocky was usually upbeat then, or Rocky just woke up from the same dream about Cresselia that I had. At that moment, he's been acting extra cheerful around me, because Rocky suspected that I had the same dream, and tried to cheer me up. Rocky had to be frightened, but Rocky was so much more concerned about me than in Azurill's nightmare. What Cresselia said, what she tried to do. I felt crushed by that, but that's why I have to keep my spirits strong. My spirits strong. Spirits. So I wonder if we're gonna have another dream. I don't think so. Oh, where'd he go? Huh? Rocky isn't here. Maybe outside? Looks like you can't really save at the bed. Still will probably save state though. There we go. He's looking over at the world. So, Lanogia, you're awake too, huh? I just couldn't sleep at all. Oh yeah, the hidden line music. I love this song. Hey, Lanogia, can't we be allowed to stay? Can't we stay in this world? When we fought Dialga at Temporal Tower, you fought even though you knew that you would disappear, Lanogia. Because even if you were to disappear, you thought that would save the world. That's what you did, right? If that's the case, maybe we should do it this time too. Rocky, it's true that I fought Dialga knowing that I would disappear if we succeeded. But that had to be done to prevent the planet's paralysis. Back then, I was willing to disappear if it meant saving the world. I feel the same this time too, but is this situation really the same? But something feels different this time around. Now, Lanogia, what do you think? Should we really disappear from this world? Nah. This ain't the same. I don't know. You don't know? You must be thinking that we maybe ought to disappear, Lanogia. Well then... But something's weird. What? You think something's weird? What's weird? Everything Cresselia said. Yeah, I don't know if I can trust them. What exactly was odd about what Cresselia said? But we separately found out that we were causing this space distortion while at Luminous Spring too. Yeah. But don't you think it's a little weird how Cresselia's talking to us in dreams? And if Azurill can't wake up from his nightmare because of the distortion, well, I think we have to believe what we were told. That is true. But something's different about disappearing this time around. I know something's different, but what is it? I really need to think carefully. That's it. That's right. This is different from before. Back then with Dialga, my disappearance wasn't really a choice. I gotta explain that to Rocky. What? It's different this time? What's different? What? At Temporal Tower you were willing to disappear, but it's not the same this time? Totally not. Well, you did what you did at Temporal Tower because you had to? You changed your future because you knew it would lead to world peace? But your choice wasn't really the choice to disappear, but there's no telling what will happen if we disappear. Not this time. So we don't really know if that would bring peace to the world again. What you're saying is nothing about this is certain? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. We don't know, like, if it's really gonna do anything. They're just telling us that it will. That's true. It's true that things aren't completely certain, but it is a fact that you were a human who came from the future, Lanogia, and I did go to the future and then come back to this world. And it does seem that because of us, space has started to distort. There's no escaping that fact that we changed history. That must mean what we were told is true. Rocky? Oh. It's sunlight. The sun's coming up. Ah, look at that. The sun is rising. Very pretty. It's beautiful. It's another beautiful dawn. Oh, Lanogia. Seeing the sun come up this way makes me remember. I've seen the sunrise from here before. This isn't the first time. The first time I was with Grovile. Oh yeah, because I think him and Grovile had their own conversation up here while I was asleep. I think back here, chapter 18, I believe? With Grovile? Yeah. Remember when we first came back here from the future? We slept here? That's when I saw the sunrise from here for the first time. I just remembered something about the first time. It's something Grovile asked me. Yeah. But when all seemed lost, you refused to give up. Even I had given up. But what compelled you? How did you manage to stay so strong? It's because of me, wasn't it? I didn't give up when we were trying to escape from the future. I guess that struck Grovile as being strange. That's why Grovile asked me why I refused to give up. But I didn't know how to answer. I didn't really know I was brave then. But I thought about it, and I began to realize something. Well, I wondered too. I really don't know. But maybe it was because Lanogia stood by me. Lanogia? That was it. I managed to be brave because you were always with me, Lanogia. That was when I finally realized that. And that's when I told Grovile. Just before we lost Grovile in the Hidden Land. Yeah, we went back to the future. Rocky, this is it for me. I'm taking Dusknoir back to the future. Huh? What? I can never come back here again. Watch Lanogia's back. Promise me. But take your place, Grovile? I can't. You must and you will. Because you can, Rocky. You two are the greatest of combinations. You know it. Grovile entrusted me with his last wish. I'm ashamed. Oh, Lanogia, if you're not giving up Lanogia, I won't give up either. Rocky? There must be something about this that we can still do. There has to be a way of fixing things that doesn't involve us having to disappear. That's right. That's the Rocky I know. We have to keep going, Lanogia. Let's find a way out of this. You got it. Let's find a way out of this. Lanogia, I was just thinking. It was time that was being destroyed before, right? And now the very fabric of space is becoming distorted. Destruction of time and distortion of space. I can't begin to conceive such things. With these troubles of time and space, I have a feeling that they're related. Time and space. Wonder who those Pokemon that are related to those two things are. We got Dialga. Wonder who the other one is. A possible connection? Do you remember when time was breaking down? Lapras gave us a lot of insight into Temporal Tower. So about this distortion of space, do you think Lapras might know something about it? Lapras? Well, actually, it wouldn't be unusual if Lapras did know something about this. I thought you'd think so too, Lanogia. Well then, that settles it. Let's go see Lapras. Lapras should be at the beach, so let's hurry to the beach, Lanogia. On the next episode. Sorry for the cliffhanger. But I think this is a good place to end it. So we're going to see Lapras on the next episode to see what's going on with space, and see if we can fix it, and not have to unalive ourselves for Cresselia. So I'll see you later. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. See you later.